Welcome back to Aftermath, episode
Can you
61.
get with the rubber chicken?
It's been a while. The rubber chicken thing is apparently still going. Thanks. I needed the sound effects. So let's start with. It's been 3 weeks. Does anyone even remember what was happening?
I think my
We
wife
were
died.
resurrecting Ralph. Did your wife die? Did that happen
No.
6 years ago? I don't remember.
We
Matthias
thought
have a
Pandal
book.
died because
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
didn't come back in the set amount of time that we gave him, which was like 1 day. So Mathias began triggering Plan B, which is resurrect Pandal. Then Pandal came back, so we're gonna resurrect his wife now, and we teleported to the Shattered Isles to do that.
Yes.
Talking about Mathias, Florida Man offers 2-word explanation for why he menaced victim with machete for not flushing toilet.
Stop, Rick.
And talking about
right then.
toilets, you guys made Marlie so angry that she decided to leave you, but then Pandal got her back.
Yes.
Talking about toilets,
Oh,
American
God.
toilets suck.
I left for 2 sessions.
Oh
Yeah, a lot
Marlie was
of things happened,
yeah.
Tomchi.
Yeah.
Pandal
Oh my
was
God.
like, maybe dead, and then without Pandal and Sauriv there, Marlie was just like, everyone here hates me, and also we're always fighting, and I think I would do better on my own, so bye.
Talking
Well,
of
we'll point
toilets, like the toilet
did
on the
not-
on the space
Guys.
shuttle, Tomchi is considered mission critical equipment at this point.
Guys, the 2-word explanation from the Florida Man from the article I just read explains
Rick,
exactly what happened.
stay on topic.
Shit happened.
Okay.
Pay attention. So,
Oh look, a fly.
Close
a
the tab,
airplane.
close it, do it.
You're distracted based on your distraction.
He'll return when he's paying attention again.
Hey.
right.
Close the tab.
Dungeons
Rick.
and Dragons!
Rick,
This is a Dungeons and Dragons channel, not a Florida Man channel.
We're already like 2 hours late, so let's just get going. We are gonna glare in Tomchi's direction about this, but no,
I was doing my exorcisms.
yes, well, your exorcisms need to stop. So, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, anyway, so you guys, where we left off, you found that the gate to the Shattered Isle was conveniently shattered, and when you opened it up, it seemed to have this sort of spidery crack across it, and to get through, you had to polymorph Pandal into a fly, fly through, pick up some grass, come back, and then actually teleport to the Shattered Isles. Sauriv is apparently 3 days away from you guys, on some kind of hunt, so not sure what that's all about, but you all arrive in the Shattered Isles. You are, last we left off, you are sort of on the edge of this cliff, actually right on the edge of this cliff, as the gate does actually extend sort of halfway over the edge, and you can see down into the sort of the quite churned up sea. It's actually the ocean, but beneath you, it's a few hundred feet down, where you appear to be on some kind of windswept isle. There's not very much growing here, and the trees do have a very distinct lean to them. A lot of grass, bit of scrubby type bush type stuff, and otherwise not a whole lot of anything. You see a few flagstones that seem to lead away from the gate, although they follow the edge of this crack, and they seem to quite quickly fade away, as it looks as if they've sort of eroded with time and fallen over the edge. Most of them, you see 1 or 2 that are still sitting almost precariously balanced on the edge of this cliff. What do you do?
Plus, the scenery is lovely. I think we should just follow that obvious path.
Right. Where on
How's it
the
going?
island are we?
Near the gate.
Don't.
Near half the gate.
At the edge is, unfortunately, all you know.
So, do we just go northbound until we can't go north anymore?
Probably. I don't know what the alternative is, particularly.
It's the northwest most tile we need, isn't it?
Yeah, that does. It's going to require a bit of swimming, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I think
For me,
have a. Well, no, yes, not for you. Some of us can't flap about.
Well,
Right, never eat seaweed that way. Just gonna start walking northwest.
okay. Northwest leads you inland, as it does appear to be that this is a north-south sort of divide on the cliff face. Seems to be almost perfectly north to south. You can begin to head northwest, sort of inland a bit, but the scenery seems to continue on. It's not quite rolling hills, it's actually very flat, but the island does stretch on to the horizon in front of you. It's not small.
But my legs are, so crossing it's gonna take ages.
It will take a little
Thanks, Pandal.
while. So, you begin walking?
Yeah.
Alright. Somebody go ahead and roll me at D100.
Ooh, me.
Yes, this is your
Me.
last session after all.
Is it?
Yes,
Yes.
he dies in the ritual, it's already planned. 87.
Yes. Hey, so...
Ooh.
It's in the script.
Okay. Yeah, you
Somebody, we're not supposed to mention the script.
Script and D&D, what is this?
You have to...
roll scripted idiot. What is this?
So,
Fuck, I forgot the name. Critical Role.
yes. So, you begin walking
Oh,
in
in
a
the end.
northwesterly direction. At first, it's relatively slow going. The sort of grass and shrubbery quickly gives way to a more moorland type, and you end up trying to... Well, what normally would be sort of stepping through maybe knee-high bushes for a normal human is a little more of impeding on this group due to the general lack of anybody over 4 foot tall. It's essentially difficult terrain as you find yourself trying to push across. I've forgotten the name, but the fucking scrub brush that you have in Moreland that they have to burn. That one. Does that make any sense to anyone? What's that stuff called?
Makes sense to me. I cannot for the life of me think what it is right
Yeah,
now. But
you know what I mean.
Avoid looking like an idiot.
Incense?
No, it's like...
Or what?
No,
What are you
no.
saying?
They burn it each year.
You burn a bush or shrub?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sort of low to the ground, really dense, like bush that covers basically the entirety of the moorland of northern England, Midlands, northern England. But they set fire to it yearly or bi-yearly or something like that, because you have to burn it away so it grows. It's like pea bushes or something, but I don't think that's right. Either way, you're pushing through this stuff. Heather. Is that it?
Maybe. Whatever. We're pushing through
Yes, I'm going to give
Hazel.
this a
She's lovely.
yes. So you are pushing through these sort of these tough, hardy bushes that would grow in this sort of area. I think it is Heather, and it's slow going, but it's steady going, and you sort of begin to make your way onwards.
It is Heather.
Yeah.
I googled it.
Thank you. So
It's
yes,
what?
you're pushing your way through the Heather, and after maybe 2 hours of walking, at this point you can barely see the gate behind you, and you can just about make it out, and you can't really see the cliff edge anymore. You can definitely still feel the ever so slight but constant breeze pushing against you, to southerly, if that matters. After about 2 hours or so, you come across what appears to be almost like a clearing. There's a circle with a large stone slab, a familiar looking one, the gold band around the edge, raised ever so slightly up, sitting amongst this heather. Except it has a large crack down the middle, and it seems to have been almost like hit with a warhammer or something and broken. And you can see down this well that descends maybe about 30 feet before hitting water.
Well.
It seems to be similar in structure to the temple-like structure that you guys encountered in episode 1. But it is not. It doesn't have the black smooth surface that you can't pass through. It seems to just be a well. As you sort of come across this, there's a loud cracking sound from behind you guys. And the air seems to sort of rip apart outwards, almost like it does in an explosion. As you turn around, Sauriv is standing there.
That was a bit weird.
Sauriv!
Hold on.
Hello.
Which one could you do that?
Hug him.
Oh, hey, Sauriv.
Hello.
How did you get here?
What of the bed? I think I'm bugging my brain. One of the peeps was hunting a shaman, but he could teleport me.
Oh.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay
I'm
I'm so
then.
glad you're here!
You've missed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently.
To catch you up, I am definitely alive.
Good.
That's really all you need to know, to be honest. All alive, everything's swell. The world's still ending. That's ongoing time.
Yeah.
And, that's about it, really. Nothing more to say? I don't think so. Good, okay.
You know I've been telling him, right?
Yeah, I had a few messages. Like, Mathias would like appear in my brain box. Every so often, and he would just say like, "Oh yeah, you've been gone for like a day, and everyone's done." So that mildly terrified me. But you're all here, so I guess he was wrong.
For the record,
Well, I mean, isn't he always?
for the
Or
record,
maybe I was
Sauriv,
going crazy.
you do note that with them appears to be Izo, a super druid, and also she's holding a cat. Still.
Is that lunch?
No, that's good.
Oh yeah, you know the Felix's we just sort of found. She's sort of here
Oh
now.
yeah, she kind of slipped through the portal while we were in Korea.
Yeah, we did a bit of bounce
Wait.
around.
She hasn't said very much.
Wait, Felix's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, she left Mathias a bunch of alcohol, and it was
Oh,
She glued a bunch of bottles to my furniture.
was
All
quite
the
funny.
furniture.
It was Sauriv there with the violet
Yes.
breakup.
Yes, I think so. Wait, was he there for the moment?
Was he? I don't remember.
No, I don't.
No, he wasn't. Because that
No,
came...
because that was when we got the bottles, and he didn't get any. I took
Yeah.
one for him.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh. Yeah.
I think Sar. No, I think Sauriv was there,
I
but
think
Tumchi
we
wasn't.
returned to Korea after we did
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
long
yeah, that's it. I
crossing.
think Sauriv was
Yeah.
there, but Tumchi wasn't. Okay. Tumchi, violet broke up with Mathias. FYI, in case you forgot.
Yes.
What?
Oh yeah, but Violet was like,
Violet
"You
came
ignored
back
me
and
for
then
ages."
left.
Yeah,
oh
Violet
right,
got
yeah,
some.
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Broke up. By they broke up, I mean Mathias was dumped
Yes.
mercilessly for being an absolute raging asshole.
That is
I believe
precisely what happened, yes.
the technical term.
Yep.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Mathias looks significantly more depressed at the mention of her name.
I know you were there, Sauriv. I just really thought I'd rub it in Mathias' face because I'm feeling really spiteful today. Apparently, that's really mean.
Hey, wasn't
Why?
You
there
should be glad that we didn't
resurrection
resurrect
that you
you.
were supposed to be doing?
That
Yeah.
resurrection is on the different island.
Yeah, well, we've got to go there, so let's go.
Exactly. That's what we're
How's
doing.
about we
Better wait
kill
this
each
circle.
other as we walk? Alright?
Does any wait
Yeah.
about this thing though? Doesn't this look a lot like that Kitsune temple?
Yeah, but it doesn't have the, like, thing.
Yeah.
You know, the Akane only barrier. Yes, and
Yeah.
Can anyone breathe underwater? Does anyone here
I
have
can.
gills?
Nope.
like check
You want to go have a quick look, Sauriv?
Sure. I've not got gills, but I can hold my breath for a good while.
I'm just gonna. Do I have rope? I think I have rope.
I can hold my breath for 3 minutes.
I could.
I
15
think
minutes.
Sauriv beats you there.
Yeah.
I think I can give you gills for a short time.
That's cool.
How
I'm
long are we
alright.
talking?
An hour?
Oh,
How many people?
Just one.
Oh. We should probably send someone who can actually see things.
again, Sauriv. Wait,
Should be
Sauriv, can you see down there if it's dark?
He has dark
Yeah.
vision, yeah.
I think only Marlie can see in the dark.
Marley has the best night vision. What do you... What?
That's true, yeah.
120 feet.
Yeah.
We can all see in the dark. I have glasses.
Can
That's fine.
Pandal?
Yeah, I have my cool aviators, man.
Yes.
Underwater?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
What?
they're just dark vision. My cool dark vision aviators, man.
You've got a license for those aviators?
He's not British. Pandal isn't British.
Yeah.
Fair.
He's Korean.
Korean?
Of Lockheed, but I'm actually really from nowhere.
Oh,
That's beside the point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm around.
Definitely not Korean.
Yeah, he's lived there all his life. Dual citizenship.
Yeah, lived there all my life.
Yeah,
Except for
Nor
the
the
30
most
years
of my
he
life I
was
was in
in
Oslo.
yeah, it's been like 1 year,
Yes,
right?
all his life, except the first part of his life.
Yeah, except the first
And
part
the
and the middle
second
part.
And the
And then the
second
last part, just sort of just before the last part. Lived there for a year.
Well, I mean, technically,
Yeah.
if you were just dead and you just came back, then maybe.
What?
I don't know, does that count? Probably not. Actually, no, it doesn't count. Anyway. Yes. So, Sauriv?
Yeah,
So,
I'll head in if you want.
Alright. She sort of
Can anyone let a rope down?
walks.
Yes, I can rope down. I'll extend 30 foot of rope.
She sort of walks up to you and kind of...
Wait, hang on. He can hold his breath like really long.
Yeah, I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Oh, well, I suppose that works.
I'm all
Oh, okay, maybe I'll go with you. Give me gills.
Maybe Sauriv should figure out if this hole pertains to any particular race, and then we see who needs gills. Because the last hole we found like this was specifically for kitsunes.
But again, it had the big thing on the top.
Yeah.
But what if we just ignore it? No, it's very unlike me. What if we just ignore it and get Pandal's wife back instead?
Why don't we just
What
send
if there's-
Sauriv down and see that it's just a well, and then we can go.
I'll be
It's
back
gonna-
in a second.
Just gonna inflate Spud and send him down as well.
Okay. So...
Inflate Spud?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, you haven't met Spud! Oh! Spud!
Sauriv hasn't met Spud. Jerry,
Oh my
we're gonna need
God.
a token?
We're gonna need your beautiful, beautiful token.
Tomchi, please observe the
I have one
glorious
question,
Spud.
Oh
You
my
ever played
God.
Spore?
It's like a penis on an engine!
Oh my god.
This is Coghammer.
That is amazing.
This is
Like a
Coghammer's homunculus.
penis on an egg.
It sort of like
Oh, wow.
clips into his robot arm, which he like pulls. You see for the first time, he seems to pull some contraption off of his robot arm, and a little balloon above it begins inflating. And then he lets go of it, and it begins to float over towards the hole as well, as Spud follows you down.
I'm just gonna look back at all of them, very concerned.
It's
It's
fine.
Coghammer's arm, just go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Dive in.
you dive in. 30 feet. What's the full damage on that?
3d6. I'm pretty
Ah,
sure.
yeah, I think so. Well, it doesn't actually make a difference because it's not like a hard surface. Not from this distance. Yeah, you dive into the water, and you begin swimming down. You have to get about 20, 30 feet maybe further down before you actually begin to see the bottom of this well come into view. Except it seems to be the surface of the well. As you swim down, you see light filtering up towards you through it. And as you reach it, you feel, as you're going down, as you're underwater in the dark, you do quickly begin to lose sense of which way's up, just due to your own natural buoyancy in the water. And eventually, as you come up, you realise, as you reach towards the bottom of this well, that's the surface. And you look down and you can just see the darkness of the well beyond your vision, extending what should be a back towards the others, but is, in fact...
Who's that?
It's no, okay, we'll just ignore him, he's just here to watch. You see the well surface on the other side as you come towards it. And sort of break the surface, and you appear to be in a different place. It's much the same, but it is... there's no rope coming down. There's no people around. And Coghammer, Spud follows him, and you see a similar phenomenon as you again reach this other surface that should be on the bottom, but seems to be the right way up as you come through. And
Guys,
Yeah.
that's not just a well. It's a tunnel of sorts to somewhere else.
Okay.
Tunnel.
Just gonna with Spot just look around.
okay, you are still like a ways down, with the walls rising up above you, but you can sort of fly up if you want.
I'm just gonna shout out from the water. Just hello.
Okay, you shout out. You hear it sort of
answer?
echo off the sides, but there's no answer. And Spud flies on up. It appears to be... it's hard to say where. Near the coast, that's for sure. You can see, again with a similar sort of cliff face, but the heather all around you. You're in a very similar place, somewhere else on the island by the look of it. It's hard to tell what direction, though, it is from you. From where you were, at least.
It looks to be somewhere around this area. Don't know where.
Actually,
It's gonna have.
that's not true. Because you can see the sun. Which means you can tell where north is. Without much difficulty. Because current time of day. So, you can tell you do appear to be on the coast appears to at least be roughly northern of you. Just north of you.
So, is it like a well to the other island?
I don't know.
Well,
it a
I'm excited. I
shortcut?
want to try. I want to jump into the well and swim.
Okay.
You reckon it's a shortcut?
Jump in and start swimming down, Marlie. And yeah, you make it to the other side where Sauriv is.
I reckon whatever kind of cut it is, it's already bleeding us very heavily, so we should probably go before they do something incredibly stupid.
As much as I agree, if that's gonna make us take longer, that's gonna be really annoying. And that might take us to another island.
Yeah. To be fair, it has a low chance to take us to the right island or the northern edge of this island. So, and I do have another teleport. We can teleport back to there 2 hours back.
True.
So,
We should not split up.
yeah. So
I'm
unless
just
you want to
gonna
go
pick
collect
up-
them, let's go.
I'm gonna pick up a rock from this place, and
Okay,
then go
yeah.
after them.
Yeah, you grab a rock. And yeah, you dive in as well and follow them through, and again you encounter the same sort of surface on the other side, without ever seeming to actually be upside down.
I'm not gonna bother swimming, by the way. I'm just gonna use my thrusters.
Okay. So you're going to boil the water behind you?
That's not gonna work, is it?
No, that's going to go really badly.
I'll swim.
Not for you necessarily, for others.
He's not heat resistant. Yeah, but so you swim through.
You're very silly.
You try the thrusters and you're like, oh, that's a bad idea.
That's hot.
And quickly have to nope, I'm going to swim through, and you swim through to the other side.
Yargon, is swimming strength? Like athletics?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, Pandal, still wary of the water. I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself for my strength.
Okay.
Do a big swim for a small boy.
Oh, I forgot.
And I'm just gonna try and swim down.
Okay. It's a little easier than you're used to swimming, but you're not very good at swimming. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yay, with advantage, because thing.
Yep.
Okay, I have luck and I have inspire. Let's hope this goes okay. 20.
You're not very good at swimming,
That's true.
but this does appear to be get to top,
Okay.
even though it's down, which is at first a little weird, but quickly becomes, as soon as you can see it, about like 30 feet, it's about 10 meters down, you can see the top of the water in front of you, and you begin to sort of push towards it, and you do manage to make it through without too much difficulty.
I'm just gonna get out the other side and pretend like it didn't phase me at all.
Okay, there is about 30-foot stone wall in front of you.
I'm gonna try to just clamber up the wall high enough that I can engage my thrusters and go up.
Okay, go ahead and make a...
I'll pull Pandal out
And
with
I'll
a rope.
ask for someone to give me rope.
I'm gonna pull Pandal out with a rope.
Yeah, okay.
Give rope to whoever.
Marlie, like, gets to the side, sort of pulls herself mostly out of the water, and then just sprints around around it, sort of spirals up to the top.
That's
Wall of Death style, and then lets a rope down for Pandal. And those that need it.
Yargon, what kind of check do you need?
Go ahead and make an athletics. Just to pull yourself out
boy.
without monk magic. 14.
I assume we're all making it for climbing the ropes. Yeah.
Just a misty step on the side of the well.
Okay, yeah, you just teleport up to the side of the well. Are you bringing anyone with you?
I assume. Well,
Akane, Izo.
yeah, it's a
I assume we're coming.
yeah.
They haven't gone through yet.
Izo then.
Izo hasn't,
Actually, just the cat.
hasn't come
Oh,
through.
that's fine.
Hasn't come through yet.
How are we?
How should
How are we gonna get a cat through water?
Are you bringing anyone with you, Coghammer?
Whoever is there, I guess.
Okay. Pandal or Sauriv. It's up to you.
Huh? Or not?
Pandal or
outside already?
Pandal or Sauriv.
They're still in the well.
Oh right. Yeah, you can't misty step through the well because the actual water, when you need to jump in, and then it's about 90 feet of water, and 30 foot of roughly 30 foot of stone on either side. So
Yeah, I'm trying to like get on the edge.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna
And try
you have
not
to swim.
to fall back in.
Right. Yeah. You have to swim through, and then you can misty
Yeah.
step. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Then yes, it's either Pandal or Sauriv who are there as well that you can grab one of them. pull with you.
Pandal then, because I don't think Sauriv's gonna be strong.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Pandal and Coghammer, you appear on the edge and sort of whoa, and quickly step off before you fall back in.
Oh, nice.
And Sauriv, I assume you.
Gonna have Spud push me in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Who's actually left in here?
No, it's just you now.
Oh, is it? Oh, I was
Akane-
gonna pick someone up and just put them on my shoulders.
Akane, Izo, and Ko haven't come through yet.
Yeah, sorry. I was making some food.
Are you gonna go through?
Huh?
Are you going through?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you swim through. It's a bit wet. You make it through.
Oh, Jesus.
Mhm.
Tom G explodes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you also make it through, and a few moments later, Izo comes through on her own. And she begins sort of climbing out the well with little difficulty by the look of things. Akane, actually, yeah, you can just fly out. So,
Yeah.
in which case, Sauriv, go ahead and just give me a quick athletics check.
Yeah.
See how quickly you can actually climb up the edge.
That's strength save. Oh, this anyway. There we go.
Okay. Sauriv, for some reason,
Oh my god.
the wet rocks here, you can't seem to get a grip on them. You're just unable to actually pull yourself out of the water.
Why did I come back?
Sauriv, use the rope.
No! I'm going to rage.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'll be
okay.
defeated by a wall.
All right.
It should be.
So yeah, go ahead and
Still doesn't
make
say
another
that.
check with advantage then.
So yeah.
As you angrily attempt to
Fuck this wall.
climb out of this well. 2 1s, not 2
There
1s.
we go.
Yeah, you
Right,
quite
I am just.
quite
I'm just
easily
gonna
managed to
be-
pull yourself up.
I'm not even really like trying to find like footholds or anything. I'm just making them.
Okay. Yeah. You just start pulling stones out that are in your way and just giving yourself footholds.
Punching and
And just-
clawing at the wall.
Yeah. You manage to sort of claw your way
I
up.
feel sorry for everyone who's beneath him.
It's just him. Everyone else made their way out without too much
that's
difficulty.
convenient.
Yes. And Izo then reaches into a bag and pulls Ko out,
Oh, nice.
who is a cat, not particularly expressionate about the idea of being in a bag. But
Or in water.
yes, she doesn't make any move either way, but she's pulled out of the bag. So, you guys find yourself along the northern edge.
Akane just dries herself off by setting herself on fire with the produced flame.
Sure. Sort of quickly kind of lick yourself over with flames for
Yeah.
a moment, and yeah, you managed to sort
There
of
are easier ways to do it.
dry
but
yourself
this is-
off. Yes.
I think it's called prestidigitation.
Yeah, but this is the coolest.
Yeah, I think it's produced flame.
No.
So
This blue flame wreaths over Akane, and she's dried quite quickly. But yes, you guys find yourself on the northern edge of this island. And as you look out over the edge, anyone who wants to have a look over the cliff or around anywhere, actually, go ahead and give me a perception check.
yeah,
Yeah, I wanna
A
do
look-see
look.
check.
essentially I want to look
Yes,
for other
appeal.
islands. Hey.
That's nature. Whoops.
What's the difference in modifier?
+1.
Okay,
Oh,
you
a
still-
9. Fucking hell.
so you see nothing.
These rolls.
Mathias somehow beats Marlie, that's interesting. And
I'm just gonna
Sauriv?
send Spud up in the sky and see if I can get a better look of the whole area.
Okay, go ahead and have advantage with that then.
With Spud stats or
Would be with Spud's stats.
where's this?
Well, actually, hang on. If you're looking through Spud's eyes, right?
Yeah.
Then make it with yours, because it's essentially your ability to see. Yeah, but with advantage. I'd say Spud's perception is for things when Spud's doing a thing without you. 23. Okay, so those are some good rolls. All right.
No,
Sauriv,
they weren't.
Sauriv and Akane. Neither of you can really make out anything through over the water. It seems to just stretch endlessly onwards. However, Mathias, Spud, and Marlie, you all see that there is at least something, some kind of island out there. And Marlie, judging by the way there are clouds forming over it, it appears to be quite small. Maybe it's reaching towards the horizon, and it's quite distant, so it's hard to tell exactly where it is, but it's no more than maybe 20 miles. And it seems to be a relatively small-ish island, a couple of miles across maybe. Looking around, other than that, you guys, except for Akane, all note that the terrain seems to be almost completely unchanged from where you were.
Why, except for me, I feel left out.
What direction would the island be in?
It is roughly northwest of you guys. And the tube thing you came out of seems to be the exact same as the one you went into. Well, even tube thing. The well seems to be the exact... Like, everything is exactly the same as the one you came into. Including a very small patch of ground, which everyone over 25, so Marlie and Mathias, you both note that there's a very small patch of ground where it looks like someone's just picked up a rock. Just where Mathias picked up the rock on the other side.
Huh.
And that seems to be the exact
Hey,
same
Iso.
out to the circle, and then it just continues as normal. Yeah?
Do you know what's going on?
I don't know much about this place. It's some ancient magic over the whole area. I don't really know much beyond that. This is all far before my time.
Well, we're not in a different plane, are we?
I
hope not.
wouldn't be completely surprised, honestly, but I doubt it.
Either way, how many islands, and I'm just gonna point out where the island is, would be about that far northwest from the northern coast?
Let me make a... Oh god, what the fuck is a perception? Make a
We're like
perception.
a
the only
billion.
Yeah,
the only
it's-
ones I can think of is the main isle we're on ourselves, and this would be the southern isle.
15!
There's a reason she's known as Super Druid.
Hey, she's already 3 more than me. Let's not give her too much fucking credit.
Only
here.
3 more.
Does she get? No. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, she sort of looks out in the direction you guys gesture, and she seems to see the island. Not too much difficulty.
So either that would have to be the main island, if we ended up on the southern isle, or the isle we're looking for.
Well, that would be quite useful, but I couldn't tell you either way. I'm not from here. Either way, it seems like our best bet. We need to head northwest wherever we are.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going eagle mode? What's the plan?
I think that's the plan.
Alright,
Yeah, let's go to Eagle mode.
suit up Sauriv, and I'm gonna cast polymorph on my giant eagle style.
Before I turn into a giant eagle, I'm gonna squawk once. Squawk!
It gets better with the beak.
Sauriv then turns into a giant eagle and can suddenly squawk
There you
properly.
go. Attaboy.
I'm gonna start
Can someone
climbing onto a giant eagle.
take
Sauriv.
Ko?
I will take the cat.
Oh yeah.
She hands. Yeah. Oh no, she didn't know her name. Can someone take the cat? She hands the cat to.
I'll acquire the cat.
Ko. She hands the Ko to you, and begins
Nice.
to shape change into a very large silver dragon.
Oh wow.
Ancient silver dragon that seems to sort of almost be painful to look at, like a newly polished silver coin in sort of the sunlight. It's actually quite hard to look at. She seems to
Akane is
glisten.
definitely very much in awe.
What the fuck?
Since when have you been a disco ball?
Always?
Fuck!
Oh, because
Wow.
you're... Okay, then it makes a little... Okay.
Your scales are
Right.
like so shiny.
Thank you. Does anyone else need a hand getting over?
I guess I
You
could
can fly.
but
Come
it
and
would.
climb on board and we can all spot.
Okay. You climb on.
Just look at the scales.
Yeah, she seems to like kneel down a bit, so if anyone who needs to can climb on.
Although, like,
I'm on the dragon.
Yeah, climb up.
although, like, lean down onto Sauriv's, like, I guess his eagle ears would be. What does he see with his eagle ears? I'd be like, if she has some polish, I'll get it off her later. Because we could do some real good publicity work with that shit.
Okay. And yeah, you're almost actually no, Sauriv, I need you to make me a what do you
I was
call it?
about to say, can I make him blinders?
No, but I do need you to make me as a giant eagle, which is going to be interesting. I need you to make me, I guess, a dex save, and Pandal, I need you to make one as well. As she begins, oh, and Akane, as she begins to take off. Dragon wings are literally a weapon.
So, 27.
Oh,
You're fine. You managed to hold on to Sauriv, not being blown over.
I'm also on Sauriv. Oh,
Oh,
boy.
then you will also need to make one as well. Oh
Can I
no!
use strength? Can I use strength to hold on?
that's strength. Dexterity is one more.
Yeah,
Yargon.
dex of a giant eagle
Please let
plus
me use
3.
strength
It would be dex, unfortunately.
to hold on. Fuck you.
I do.
Hey!
I can see.
It's positive.
Okay. All right.
Do I get danger sense?
Yes, because you're the same character.
Yay!
Yay! Data sense eagle.
Oh.
All right.
Say.
5. Okay, so the eagle is sort of actually struggles to stay upright, as an eagle is designed to catch wind. As Sauriv, just as you're about to take off, there's this sort of powerful blast of wind that comes from her as she beats her wings and begins to take off, and you're actually blown off of your feet sideways. Pandal, you manage to sort of like I guess kind of like jump off and like nimbly roll to a stop, but Mathias and Akane, you're also both immediately kind of blown away by this and knocked prone. And she begins to take off and fly in the direction of the other island.
You can also have a conversation about her manners. Get back on. Come on.
I'm gonna climb back onto Sauriv.
I'm just gonna like grumble to myself as an eagle, pretty much. And then
I would like to point out, you also, oh my god, you also all take 21. Everyone who failed takes 21 points of damage.
Jesus. I take
I'm
half?
still a giant.
21? Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, you could have been unequaled by that.
That
What a dick.
it was close.
No, you don't take half. You avoid it by basically managing
nice.
to. You meant the whole point is you managed to like roll nimbly and like, as you're sort of blown because basically everyone's blown away by
They
this.
can
You
leave
managed
like
to,
Coghammer's book and use Sauriv as a meat shield.
yeah, land on Saurivgal. But yes, so. Oh yeah, no contracts because you. So yes, you can sort of clamber back to your feet and head off if you would like. But so she sort of leads the way, although she does sort of slow down and like glides and waits for Sauriv to catch up and Akane, and begins as you guys begin flying over towards the other island. You do begin to get a bit of a better view of it, and as you reach towards the other shore, it becomes quite apparent that this is in fact where you wanted to go. Because, strangely, there are trees all across this island, whereas there weren't on the other ones. You see a footpath leading into quite deep forest in places. That seems to lead right out to this sort of cliff edges. Again, all these islands seem to have nothing but sheer cliff faces. And it leads up to this cliff face, and you see a paving stone hanging right on the edge. And it leads off deeper into this forest, and you see further in, there's some kind of structure towards the center of this island that you can see protruding. It's like almost like a truncated pyramid protruding from the from through the tree line as you make your way up towards it. And Izo looks over towards sort of in your direction, as if to sort of say lead on. Pandal, Sauriv.
You know, you could have given us a warning there before you took off.
I thought it was somewhat obvious.
It's not like I've ever flown with a dragon before. Or if a dragon take off next to me.
Oh. Right. She seems almost as if she hadn't thought about that.
Plus a billion wisdom. Yeah, hadn't considered that.
Yeah.
Her wisdom is specific. Where
Yeah.
are we going? Straight there?
I think you know better than we do. You're the one who tried this before, aren't you?
Yeah. That bit.
Right. Just not sure if
I'm
you want to...
assuming it's that bit.
You didn't want to land? It is that bit. And, okay, so she sort of, I guess, takes the lead and begins to fly over in the direction of this structure. And as you get closer, you begin to see a number of like pillars coming from each of the corners of this almost like flattened pyramid. And there's a large stone structure with like a blue glowing circle in the center. And there's something sat on it. It's like maybe an altar or something. It's hard to tell from this distance. So she comes down to land on the southern side of it. A little ways down from the pyramid. And sort of kneels down for everyone to get off of her back. And then turns back into her normal self. Seeming to just meld without use of a spell, just easily shifting back to what she was before. She looks at the others, sort of waiting for you guys to land.
Yeah, I'll land.
I'll land just right next to her, pretty much.
Okay.
I'll wait for him to get off and then I'll unpolymorph my boy.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Pandal, this is where we're headed. This is the ritual site. Gestures up towards where you see this large, as I say, this like pyramid. It's actually kind of stepped as you get closer. It's stepped all the way up the side and begins walking towards it.
So it's like a mine pyramid. Pyramid. or
Sort
something.
of, if you sort of took the almost box-like thing off the top.
Ah.
I guess I will follow her. She knows what she's doing.
I'm gonna follow as well.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach, you do know it actually seems to have trees growing on the top. The top's quite wide and flat, and there's trees growing around this like, circle of stone and arcane sort of structures at the top. And begins to and sort of gestures for you to take the lead, Pandal.
Okay.
As you walk up towards this. As you get up to the top, Pandal, you see that, yes, there are indeed, there's about 4 or 5 trees in the top. There's a sort of area of grass, actually, around this sort of circle, and there's like a stone gravel type pathway leading towards the centre on the top. There's also a wooden chair with a cloaked man sat in it, back towards you guys. Notably a tiefling. Seems to have horns protruding from the hood and a tail that sort of makes its way out from under the cloak.
What is the colour of the tail?
It is red.
Oh.
I think it's red. Hang on.
Yeah, Ceres is blue, by the way, if you want to retcon anything.
Yes.
Might be.
No. I believe it is red. Let me check. Fuck's sake. Right.
I asked such difficult
The
questions.
color is
like, what color?
unspecified.
Yes.
Just bluish red tail. I just got.
Oh my god.
It appears to be. It does appear to be
Hot
red.
pink
Yeah.
teal.
As. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. It is indeed red. As you step up, the figure, without turning towards you or anything, I've been expecting you.
Wasn't expecting you. Who are you? Were you expecting us? What?
Pandal
I'm just gonna
Alt
turn
Topple.
to Izu. Okay, never mind.
No, that's me.
Yes, it is.
Who might you be?
That's not important.
It's important to me in my little heart. Pumping so hard right now. Just. What's the.
Perhaps I should say Anol Regal Blower. A familiar name?
Nope.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
really, to be honest.
don't know him.
An old regal one.
Not aware.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna incite Pandal.
Go for
Oh,
it.
you could tell. That's. I thought Panda's probably told you. That's what you call him in Ovlock. That's his Ovlock fake name.
I believe he specifically did tell you that.
Yeah, I believe you are aware that a null
Yes.
Wiggleblower is one of the many fake names he uses. That's the one he uses in Ovlock. It's an anal blowjob joke, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Really
Of course
funny.
it is.
That's a shame. I've been looking for him for a little while now.
Oh, why's that?
A debt.
Who's that?
Yeah. Listen, the thing has been a mistake. I'm actually Pandal's brother. Relos or Topper. I was actually looking for him. Do you know if he's? I was told he would come here at some point.
He stands up and sort of steps around the chair to face you, one hand on the back of it. And it is right in the centre of this arcane circle. There's a glowing sort of tile beneath him. And even with your dark vision, you can't see into the shadows beneath his hood. Actually, I believe, Marlie, you would be able to, but you don't recognise the face. Doesn't strike you as anything in particular. But you
It's just a human, or
he is a tiefling.
Tiefling.
He's a red tiefling. Relatively handsome looking, bit of a scruffy beard, but beyond that, nothing that stands out in any way to you. He sort of looks at you. Yes, I think I've met your brother. Charming fellow.
That's what I thought.
Little less of an asshole last that I met.
What's all this about?
I have no idea. I'm actually just as confused as
I'm
you
not
are.
asking you.
Oh, well,
Of course we
that
haven't
makes sense.
actually met in person yet. Pandal. It's a pleasure to meet you. Such a wonderful playwright.
I mean, I think my best works are behind me. I'll be honest. You
Yes.
probably don't agree, but you know, if you could just, dilly dally off somewhere, it'd be great. Sort of busy. By the way, the world's ending. Did you aware of that? World's ending. Just
Yeah.
thought I'd throw that one out there.
Yes, I'm well aware.
How did you even get here?
Why a wooden chair? Like that's just gonna rot eventually.
I met an old friend of yours. Well, actually, no, I met your mother, let's be honest. She
Yeah.
didn't speak very highly of you. It's a sentiment
I
we
mean, I'm
share.
not-
Or at least used to.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Unfortunately, these days I've come to the realization that there's a little more to this world than there used to be. There's a few things that need doing. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm hesitant to agree because I'm not sure where you're going with this, with your words.
I'm mostly hoping you won't stab me. And he pulls his hood back. As he does, the magical darkness over his face fades, and you see Caliban.
You were aware the darkness was so unnecessary, right? I knew as basically as soon as I saw you. There were two people you could have been. And then you were definitely not one of them, so you were the other.
Well, what can I say?
So the beard, I wouldn't. The jawline's good, the beard, not. I wouldn't.
What's happening?
I'm a bit confused, yeah.
He killed my wife. I don't like him very much. But
He
he's
killed
sort of
your wife?
in my. Yeah, he's in my whole sitch
Wait.
right now, and clearly has a point. So let's let him make it, because I just want him out of here. Make a point.
That was an orc.
Technically, it was a guard, but this is the guy who told Caliban. He's what some
Oh.
that guy.
Not
Okay.
him.
He's the one who we were gonna.
Yeah,
Not-
we were gonna do a murder on you, and currently that's still in the cards. So get talking.
I'm glad you didn't. Unfortunately, I'm not Caliban anymore. That's, well, it's more of a title. At least, in my case. I met, an interesting figure. Of stone. I think you've met them.
Oh yeah.
Center of
pretty
the
decent.
earth. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she had some interesting things to say. There's some evil brewing to the west. No, to the east. No, to the
No,
west.
the west.
So, yeah, you see him
Like the
like
French
point
accent,
up, point side, point
Yeah,
down,
he's like,
point the
oh,
other way.
fuck.
You're like,
It's like I was sitting this way on the chair, then I got up and turned round. This speech is ruined.
to the west.
Nobody enjoys the wait wobble.
Yeah, similar to the west. It seems that we might have to put our differences aside for a little bit. But I'm aware you're here for a reason.
Yeah, I am. Why are you here?
Because I thought I might find you here.
Fucking 10 points to Orvlock, then good job. What now?
You've been running for a long time, Pandal.
Don't get very far with short legs.
So it would seem. But you do with large wheels, don't you?
Okay, mister, you need to get to your point right now because you're being really rude and I am this close to stabbing you. I mean, hitting you. Doing
I'll
something
do the
bad.
stabbing.
Don't do either of those things yet.
No,
Get to your fucking point.
I wouldn't recommend that. My point is this. And, he clicks his fingers and the chair disappears. Leaving in its place what appears to be a chest that it turns out he was actually sat on.
The chest made of wood.
It does appear to be.
I'm gonna whisper very quietly to myself my point about rot stands.
I have a little gift for you. It's not going to make up for anything, but it's hopefully useful.
Murder.
Okay, so other than the obvious murder chest, why, who,
Yeah,
what sort
I
of
mean-
repent? Like,
I'm inciting this guy.
I'm not inciting him. I am choosing to believe he's trying to kill me.
Okay, let me see. How do you roll this? Fuck you.
Dick.
Okay. Yeah. Far as you can tell, he seems to be honest, Mathias.
You're saying that very question-like.
I am, because you never get certain with insight, and I want to keep you on edge because I'm being a dick.
As you
Yeah, pretty much.
Pay attention.
Pointedly, and he sort of kicks the lid of the chest open with one foot, Doesn't seem to have been locked. And there is...
Alright, stand in front of Pandal.
There is... from where you are, you can't see particularly into the chest. There seems to be... you see like the top of a bottle, like a cork, and a couple of bags. But beyond that, you can't particularly make things out. A few things that you needed. Save you some money. Beyond that, I'm doing my thing, you're doing yours. We both want the same thing here.
Now, I'm actually feeling a lot better about myself. I don't want me dead anymore, but continue.
Well, then I'd say we're in agreement there.
What's in the chest, sir?
Take a look. And he sort of takes a step to the side and gestures to it.
Yeah, why don't you just explain what's in there, mate?
As I said, a few things you'll need.
That money is that
Gonna
high
have a look.
explosive?
You walk up to it, Mathias?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you look in, it does appear to be some sacks of something. And that is a bottle with it's a cork in it. It's quite a large bottle, and in it is some kind of blue liquid. Seems to be slightly rippling, even though it shouldn't be. Like, it's got waves on it.
I'm just gonna beckon the guy over and start pointing at the things like, what's that?
He doesn't get any closer. Those are things...
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't step any closer. You can see in.
In that case, I'm gonna sit down and ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you start casting Detect Magic. Look, the point is, we don't need to be enemies anymore. I'm aware you aren't particularly friends, going to be particularly friendly with me, but I'll put it politely. I'd rather not get stabbed. And there's nothing I can do. Well, actually, there is something I can do to help bring Relta back. He gestures at the chest. Beyond that, I hope we don't meet again. And with that...
Before you go...
Before he goes, he sort of, like, looks over at you. Yes?
Since you're aware of the whole world-ending thing, how much sway do you have in Novlok to get as many people helping to prevent that?
I'm afraid,
Possible.
as I said, I'm not Caliban anymore. I haven't been for a long time.
Did they kick you out because you were
Right.
useless?
Marlie, this man's a mage. He might not be useless to us.
This man's a murderer.
You're actually not wrong. Though I left on my own. Believe it or not, I do want what's best for my people. Well, the man, now known as Caliban, unfortunately does a far better job than I ever would.
Yeah, he doesn't kill them. Probably helps.
Marlie, can you shut up for 2 seconds?
She's not wrong. But we've all done things we regret. Now, if you'll excuse me. He clicks his fingers
I'm not excusing you
and
again.
turns invisible, which, Marlie, you can still see him. He just turns his back and begins to walk away.
Yo, where do you think you're going? Pandal, are you done with it?
Where is it? What? Did he
He's
just
walking that way. Do you want me to follow him? Are you
pull out the fucking rapier? I'm going where she says he is.
Okay, I'll
Stick with it.
lead him to where he is.
Okay.
You stop!
I'm just gonna stop ritual casting and just cast. No way, I don't have it prepared. Shit.
I'm just gonna cast See Invisibility.
Have I prepared?
Okay, detect magic. So,
Oh.
Coghammer, you cast See Invisibility. You see him, back turned to you, he is as if he's just going to walk away. Marlie, you sort of run up to him, and Pandal, you follow. Rapier drawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like poking. I wanna stick him in the knee. Something. Give me some fucking contact.
Stab him in the knee.
Something.
You want
I need to know that he's still there.
You want to stab him with a rapier?
I wanna flail it in his direction first to try and work out where he is to see if he fucking stops. I assume I'm getting feedback from those who can see him, and I'm not just a fucking
Okay.
If I see
flailing.
Pandal just flailing with the Reaper, I'm gonna throw the bouncy cock straight at the guy's head.
Okay. At this point,
You're not done, dickhead.
I think we will do this the simple way. Let's do some initiative.
We're not gonna fight him. We just don't want him to leave.
Yes, but you're all doing things, and he's going to do a thing. So at this point,
Ooh, pretty. Look at that.
Everyone gets to do a thing.
we will roll some
we
initiative.
all
I'm jealous.
spun.
I
What's
also want to
happening?
do a thing.
This is a nice looking map.
Yeah, this is a pretty
Thanks, I
nice.
stole it like 10 minutes ago.
Nice.
So,
Yikes.
Not
uh,
supposed to
have a-
tell us that.
Oh my god, did I
I
just roll
knew.
a 10 on initiative?
Come on. Oh my god, I left.
need you guys to now roll again because the tracker wasn't there. Right,
22.
Ooh,
Oh,
just-
Wait, can we roll again?
roll again, but same roll.
Ah, fuck.
Oops.
I'm going to inspire myself, by the way.
Damn it.
Hold on, let me open my.
That is sad.
Come on, big money.
It's a sad
Fuck.
day.
Hey, I roll good finally, but it's only on initiative.
Okay. Do. So, Coghammer, you want to cast See Invisibility?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do. So, yes, basically, Coghammer, you're up.
Do I have it going already? Because
No, because essentially we're rolling the initiative at the point where people are like, let's do a thing. Let's
To be
move,
fair, he did
let's not
say
action.
casting See Invisibility way before I went flailing.
Yeah.
Right, well, in that case, you guys should be further back then.
Okay, well, then
So
yeah,
roll
further
that,
back, I guess.
that point.
I guess it was rolling as soon as he cast Invisibility, by your logic.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, because if you guys are then immediately going to act...
Fucking catch the bitch.
Right, okay. Then, yeah, in that case,
I don't know where we are then, but I'd like to.
a little further back.
Why are we all rolled? What's the deal?
I don't... Because the roll 20 is weird.
That's fun.
Yay.
Let me turn people the right way up. I don't know why roll 20's been weird. But yes.
I'm
in that-
very
in
upside
that
down.
case-
I am still upside down. Nice.
There we go. Right. In that case, okay, yes, Coghammer. He turns invisible. At which point we roll initiative. What do you want to do? You want to?
cast the spell.
Okay, so you cast See Invisibility, so you can suddenly see him. I will give him a little invisible marker.
Gonna look at him,
Okay.
and that's all. Yeah.
All right, Sauriv.
I'm just. Oh fuck, I don't know. Gonna pull out Caravar. I'm gonna come up to Pandal. Just stand beside him and just say, whatever you do, I'll follow. This is on you. And I'm gonna just hold an attack if he comes.
All right. Okay.
Essentially, hold an attack for if he comes within
Range, which is like 15 feet for you.
pretty much.
All right. Akane.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, know what I'm gonna. Can I change it so that if Pandal attacks, then I'm gonna attack if it's in range?
Sure.
So I'm gonna.
Let's see.
Sure. Akane, what have you done?
Looking for a spell possibly I could use. Oh yeah, I see. I positioned perfectly for prismatic spray.
Yes, I agree. Cast it. Do it.
Not that anyone's fighting yet, and we're none of us are in combat technically.
Yeah.
I
and he's
know.
also invisible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a spell.
I
Good luck.
yeah, I don't think I can do anything about the invisibility. I just
Point you can see within
icon the
range.
spell sheet.
It's also a point you can see within range, I believe. Or on a map.
Yeah.
You can't
So
spell
I
it visible.
just
the guy.
can I hold an action to attack with a spell if he does something hostile, and if I can see him.
Sure, what spell?
Let's just say. Where did my fuck? I clicked my sheet away by accident. Let's just say disintegrate.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
If he
Yeah.
attacks,
I will disintegrate
I
him.
attack him.
Fair. Good strategy.
Pandal.
Held the Pandal. Oh hey, he like just went invisible, right?
Yes. It's the
Like,
point as he goes
Okay,
invisible.
hey, 10 by 10, hey, 10, 10, 10, 10 by 10, solid force cage, please.
All right.
Nice.
Box him in. You're not done talking.
And that is Alt. No, wait, no, not Alt. Shift.
If you cooperate, you might not die today.
Okay. As he turns invisible, you're like, ugh, force cage. You see the shimmering wall of force appear in place. All right.
I'm just gonna like point into the force cage. Like, hey, I'm giving you a chance.
Your internet's dying, my dude.
Yikes.
Okay.
Mm.
Right. Well, at this point, yeah. Okay. At this point, he turns visible again. As he drops concentration on that. So if there's a slight sigh. I'd hoped you wouldn't try and do that. And he has
It's
to.
got
He has to make a, I believe it's a con save to teleport.
teleport.
I think isn't it charisma?
Charisma save, yeah.
Yeah,
Charisma
charisma
save,
also,
sorry.
he's casting a spell, right?
Uh,
Can I counter spell it? Can I use this fucking spell I've had since like level 5? 4?
yes.
6?
You can.
Nice.
You can try and counterspell it.
Counter spell, 3rd level. Let's try it.
Okay.
He has to make the save to teleport. Or should I make the check first?
You have to make the check first. See if he.
What
Okay.
if we both could try to counterspell him?
Well, then we just have a double chance of success, I guess.
Yeah.
That's my. Hey, I counter spell him.
Okay. Yeah. As you see him briefly try and cast a spell, he middle finger, and it just stops and fizzles in his hand. Counterspell is literally middle finger. It's just somatic.
Yeah. Bam.
It's beautiful.
No.
No, I think
So
I prefer it
question.
being,
Matthias,
Don't work
what's your
for
turn?
force cage, though, right?
Oh, that's actually a good point. You can't counterspell him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. Fuck. I've wasted my 20.
Why not? Because he's in the.
Because he's in the cage and you can't
Force
cast through it.
cage.
Thank you,
Yeah, no,
Coghammer.
you're absolutely right. Fuck.
Right, so he does have to make the save to go.
Yeah, he has to make the save.
Right,
shit.
which is through.
Hey, that means I start my reaction, so I can come towards him. That's okay.
Theoretically, yeah.
Everything's coming up, Apple.
24.
Beat my DC, right?
I assume, yeah.
Running words.
Yeah, cutting words, please.
Go for it.
We are not done talking.
We are not.
DC's 18.
You
for the-
dice gods.
So, either
Yeah.
way, as yeah, he seems to try and cast a spell and just nothing happens. He sighs, sort of
Just want to
irritated.
know how
Matthias.
the Taliban thing works.
Just answer us a couple of questions, or at least tell us where the hell you're going.
Okay. Marlie?
Oh, we're still in initiative.
Yeah, for now.
Oh, okay. I'll walk around and like do a menacing like West Side Story strut. I go to the other side. I'm gonna be like, I'm fucking surrounding you, bitch. Do like
Okay.
a strut. That's what I'm doing. then I'm
Mathias
gonna
is still
cross my
standing
arms and look mean.
All right. Coghammer.
Just gonna start walking up.
Mm-hmm.
And not really do much else. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Sauriv? I'm trying to teleport in there and hit him. If you think
Can he do that?
he can
Can
try.
I grapple? Can I do that as a grapple?
You're not gonna
No,
be
it's a
teleported
it's a weapon
into the
attack.
boss cage.
Is that a way? Okay.
Also, you do have to beat Pandal's fucking DC with the con save, charisma
Like
save,
charisma save.
a char
Yep.
save. So, not the best likelihood, and you'd just be swinging,
I
be swinging at nothing. But you can,
on the
Uh,
bottom.
can try.
Mages.
I'm just no. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna wait for.
All right.
You are gonna surround and look mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've already
You know
looked
what? Yeah,
mean.
sure.
It's a
I'll-
reef.
I'll- You know what? I am gonna just go over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm just gonna wipe down my blade,
Okay.
staring at him.
The menace.
Akane, what are you doing?
Fly above him.
Stand on the force cage.
Knock knock. Hello.
Wonderful idea in a kimono, though.
Hi.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing, Akane?
I don't know. I gotta cast like a spell check if I wanna cast through the case, right?
If you want
You
to
can't
teleport
cast
through,
through,
you
so
can't
you-
cast through.
Yeah.
try to
Oh,
integrate
yeah.
it.
You can't even
Not
cast through.
Only way you can cast through is teleport.
Because teleport technically teleports yourself. Targets
I
yourself.
still like this. I skip my turn, I guess.
No, come surround and look mean. Get with the theater.
We're doing the thing.
Surround and look mean. Mathias is on the floor with his book, being annoyed that he can't ritual cast a
Come on,
magic.
Being a
surround and
nerd.
look mean.
The rest of us are being like threatening and terrifying, and Mathias is just sitting like fucking stupid.
This library's so noisy. What is going on?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you also wouldn't be able to touch the fucking thing anymore, Mathias, because it would be inside the force cage.
That's true.
Just for fuck's sake. Can I detect magic through the force cage?
Technically,
Yeah,
I think
detect
yes,
magic,
'cause
yes.
it targets you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm casting.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, I thought you'd done identify for some reason. Yeah,
No.
then yes, you can still detect magic through it. But yes, okay. I assume Akane's doing nothing. Pandal.
You better sit down and answer some questions, because then we'll just let you go, and it'll be fine. You have my word as a fucking scumbag that I will let you live. You answer the questions. Be clear, we good? You're gonna try and teleport out again? What's happening?
Eat. I wouldn't waste your energy with me right now if I were you. You're going to need all of it for this. So gestures around. What do you want, Pandal?
I wonder how the Caliban thing works. How come you're not him? Is it just a time? Have we all been lied to our entire lives? What's the deal there?
Can't make out what you're saying.
What is Caliban about?
Yeah.
Have we all been lied to our whole lives? What's the
Yeah.
deal?
What is the T?
Your microphone's absolutely fucking dying though, Vom.
It was fine for me, so.
Really?
I mean, it was really choppy, but I
Yes.
could.
Yeah. It's like choppy as fuck. Lied to, yes. Quite
Am I
simple.
better? Hello?
That seems to be.
Okay. Well,
Don't know what that is. Lied. Never mind. Lied to, yes. But, when aren't you?
Fair point. Keep talking.
He kicks the chest closed and sits on the lid. What do you want?
Yeah. Okay. So, do you just, when you become leader of do you become Caliban? Is that how that worked? Did you give it up because you felt bad? What did you feel bad about? Give me. What's the reason for you being here and not ruling a city?
Morals.
Because there was someone better, and because I have things that I need to do that are not that.
What things do you need to do? Specifically, quickly.
I think you might have met the Planar Council.
Yeah.
We've been working with them, let's say, on a few things. Of course, all of our supporters on the council are now dead. For the rest, though, well, my mission hasn't changed. It's always been to kill them all.
The people in the council?
Yes. Quite conveniently, 2 of them are now dead. Unfortunately, the tougher 2 remain. But, I heard you'd make it here.
Did you have anything to do with that?
No,
No,
he didn't.
unfortunately, I can't take credit for that.
Pick your words carefully, it's a sore spot.
Killed my wife. Matthias, we're already past the point of sore spots.
That's a mighty shame.
Making sure he didn't kill Nodshakes too.
But I'm afraid you might be well aware their laws are a little draconian in nature. And
Yeah.
they have
Who's we specifically?
me. And one other.
Is it Larkin?
No, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. I thought I'd just be part of the...
Who is the other half of the we then? And what do we call you when you're not Caliban Dick McCunt?
I don't have a name.
Caliban Dick McCunt it is. What is your friend's name?
You wouldn't want me to tell you that.
Why is that?
Because my friend's name, Pandal, might bring back a few bad childhood memories.
He can handle that.
Let me correct that. All of your childhood memories.
I said try me. I'm asking you to try me while you sit in a fucking magical box of my design.
'Tis your mother.
I already hated her anyway, it's fine.
I know. That's why I'm here and she's not. She's been quite useful. Or at least she was.
What does that mean?
I'll let you figure that one out.
Did you kill her?
Oh, my poor dear mumsy's dead. Oh no, half the squad to go.
He's really not as bad as you make him out to be.
Right.
I mean, he's coming.
I was surprised, actually. He's not you. You look so much alike. I always thought he'd have your attitude.
Oh my god, stop about my brother. He's better than me, I get it. You're a fucking wanker.
Wait, you actually have a brother?
Yeah, I have a brother. You don't become this bitter about not being the best brother when you don't have a brother, Matthias.
Is it just me, or is that...
No, he's
Yeah,
definitely...
his microphone is going again.
Okay.
Is my mic just dying?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's pretty bad now, yeah.
It might be as it.
Just plug in the earbuds and use your fancy microphone. See if it's better.
Oof.
So, Mr. No Name then.
Hmm.
Can we expect to see you in Lazaro?
I'd hope not.
Why is that?
Because he doesn't actually want to help anyone.
Marlie! You're not helping!
Because Lazaro has nothing to do with the Planar Council.
Right. Has something to do with saving the world, though. And I'm pretty sure we could use a man of your magic expertise.
Perhaps, but I don't think your friends would agree. And I think I'm a little preoccupied.
Hello, am I better, by the way?
But you're not
Yes.
choppy.
Well,
I'm
You're
not
on
choppy,
the-
but I am on a shitty phone mic.
Yeah, you have been
Oh.
Yeah,
smoking,
sounds pretty
apparently?
I think.
Yes.
Well,
Apart from your
Actually sound more like
listen,
you.
man,
microphone.
dealing with technical difficulties is arduous work, okay?
It is.
It's
Also, you sound more
Mhm.
like you now, I'll be honest.
That's fun. That's fun.
It's shit, but you
Oh,
sound,
what did you
sound
say
more
to me?
accurate.
You call me Rock?
I'm not sure
Or
he
am I
does, because it
imagining that?
sounds like he smoked 50 a day for
Yeah,
for
that
meals, so-
aside. The accent's more
Let's deal with
realistic.
you lot, it's hard. Anyway, continue, please. I'm
I
very
disagree.
sorry.
Yes. Look, your friends wouldn't want me, and I'm a little busy saving the world in my own way. Shall we say?
Such a way.
right.
Do you think anyone in Pandal's backstory was going to be nice?
Ralph is nice.
She's dead. Last you met, she tried to kill off you. Also,
That's why she's so amicable.
Oh
to
my
it,
god.
as far as everyone else is concerned, last she met, she murdered you.
Also true.
He did say he was gonna put the romance back into necromancy.
Yeah,
Did. It was an appropriate line.
it is an appropriate line. So,
Well, I think this guy a waste of our time, to be honest.
May I
The only
ask that you
useful thing we
hold
could
off?
get out of him is Pandal finishing his promise to his wife, and that is killing him.
Yeah, but we can do that
Marlie.
another time.
You're too killing happy.
yes. I'm afraid I don't
I
even know
just
who
don't
you are.
like assholes.
Well, you're with the wrong group then.
Maybe I
Yeah, how
am.
much do you
Maybe
actually
I-
know about us? Like, as a overall?
I've heard a few things here and there. You're not a particularly inconspicuous bunch.
Oh,
May I
yeah.
ask?
I don't know who
But
she
you
is.
don't go.
Gestures at Marlie. Or her, when he gestures at Izo. But I know enough about the rest of you.
Right. May I ask something of you?
You can try.
Can you hold off on going killing the council? Unless they actually pose a threat to what we're doing.
They've posed a threat
do this
for
plane.
years.
Well, go get.
Unfortunately, the
Aren't they-
council have been adamantly in favour of destroying this plane long since before whatever brews to the west. That's why I gave up the title of Caliban nearly a decade ago.
Are they actively trying to destroy this plane? Because as far as we know, they're just letting it happen.
I'm not sure you want an answer to that, but I'll give you one anyway. Yes, and they have been for a long time.
Right, be my guest, end their lives. There's only pricks left there anyway.
Yes, there is.
Well, the good ones are dead.
Well, they weren't good ones.
Again,
Yeah.
pick your words carefully.
We will take no insults to
Well,
not chicks.
don't take the truth then. Unfortunately, not everyone is who you seem to think they are, little girl.
Okay, drop the force gauge. Drop it right now. Fucking slam the force gauge with my stick.
I'm gonna cast Banish on Marlie.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, I need my magic, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
that's not a
God.
good idea. We brought Sauriv back.
Yeah.
He's supposed to stop this.
Come on, team. We're better than this shit. What are we doing? Well, we're sort of.
Interrogating a man right now.
Yeah, he's in a box. It's fine.
So if you don't mind, I've things to do. This cage is awfully inconvenient.
Ah, oh, it must be terribly inconvenient.
I've got no more questions.
When we're done with the world and everything's back to normal, I will find you.
She's lying, she won't, because you'll be a corpse, but that's beside the point.
Who are you supposed to be? You seem to be talking an awful lot of big words for a very little person, and I have no idea who you are.
I am the person that is going to put you in the ground.
How
Oh,
can
again.
you make my life hell and then somehow make it worse when I finally catch up with you? How does that even look? How do you do that? That's genuinely impressive.
Are you going to tell me who she is?
Her name is Marlie. She's quite nice. She's been a reasonable help. Thank you very much. She got us to this point. Now we can have this lovely chat.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Marlie. I'm afraid I don't know you, and I'm not entirely sure what your stake against me is, though I would like to know.
Mathias
don't
just points
mind
at Pandal.
enlightening me.
We just stop being fucking... Okay, I do have one question.
Ask away.
When you ordered the death of myself and Welter Alltopple, did you do it out of spite, out of necessity to maintain your pitiful image? What exactly was your motivation behind that?
I'm afraid, Pandal, I did it because I had to.
What required that of you,
Politics.
my dear friend? So you thought, oh, a play, damage your name, smear your reputation. Oh no, woe is you, don't just execute everyone involved. Because it's fucking Orvlock, of course.
Because unfortunately,
thought-
Pandal, you were a little bit too successful for your own good. Your plays were displayed in front of all of the noble houses, and even dignitaries from a number of the other cities.
We have to admit that is quite funny.
Yes.
This is quite funny, though.
Humiliatingly inconvenient is how I'd describe it.
It's quite funny. Right, so you've got a box of stuff. You've answered the questions. Do we have any more questions for fucking Caliban Dick McCunt? I've forgotten what name I gave him. Sort of stressed out.
Like that.
No more questions? Anyone have any secret vendettas? Anyone want to tell me anything about my fucking family that'll make me hate them more? Do you know who my dad is? What's
I
the
just
deal?
want to tell you, sir, that Alyssa is the only reason we're here. Trying to save the world.
And I want to
So
tell you that she was the one who advocated destroying it first. But I doubt you'll believe me.
How long have you been around?
As I said, I've been aiming to kill the council for the last decade.
Right. I mean your age.
Can I guess how old do I think he is?
Gotta make an
Because
insight
I
check.
knew his well, no, but no, I mean like not from like now, right now.
Oh.
I mean like in Ovlock, how old was he like meant to be when I left? Give me a general like.
Hang on, how many
was
years
he,
ago
like,
did you
30s?
leave? It was
I left 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Yeah.
6 years ago was when the bad times happened.
Yes. Which would have made him. He would have been 47 exactly as he.
Okay.
As he left.
47. I just want to like know so I can.
Yeah, you would know
mark
he's
those
47.
against. Yeah. Okay.
He looks at Mathias. 53, if it's of any matter to you.
I suppose that is good PR, but that's okay.
So I'm assuming you're pretty recent on figuring out the whole council thing? As in 10 years ago recent?
Yes, if you want to call that recent.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, yes.
I suppose to a gnome that would be quite recent. But you're not a gnome, are you? You just look like one.
We've been dealing with time frames of thousands and millions of years lately.
Well, Then yes, in that case, quite recently. Not that their extensive history of attempting to destroy this world has not gone back, well, for a very, very long time.
May I ask, how did you figure it out then?
That's quite a long story.
We got time.
Yeah, like an hour.
I suppose you do.
We are safe. You ain't really going nowhere.
You shouldn't have said that.
A man came to me around 11 years ago. He claimed to know of some magics beyond this world. The kind that would move mountains. He came to me in hopes that I would be willing to pay him for these. That with this kind of incredible magics you could irrigate the desert. And I would want that to make my city prosper. He was of course right. But what I found was not without its cost. There is magic ancient beyond our realm that takes a toll. It takes a toll, and the cost is souls. The effects are like nothing you've seen before.
Try us.
With but 100 people sacrificed at an altar, I could have turned the desert of Orvlock into a lush forest. But we don't buy with blood. The man admitted to me that he had used this once before. I had him executed. For obvious reasons.
Because you're a dick.
Marlie!
Because he was an archaeologist. He was on an expedition into the Underdark. He came across this altar. And when he figured out what he needed to do to use it, he sacrificed the rest of his team to do it. He was a murderer, and he paid that price.
So when are you jumping off that cliff then?
When my job is done. The point is, these artifacts, I had them, obviously, recovered. Such things can't be left lying around. I had scholars brought from Milicardi. They found research, but little of note. Whatever this was as ancient as the 4 pillars of Orvlock, and far, far more powerful. Either way, I had the devices destroyed eventually, depowered, crumbled to dust, scattered to 1 billion pieces, never to be recovered. Such magic cannot be allowed to exist. But I was curious. Over the next year, I made a number of trips to Milicardi, continued my research, and the city began to fall to ruin. Orvlock suffered as a result of my curiosity. And eventually, we came across hints of something greater than the other planes. I needed a way to contact them. But to do that, I had to break their laws. To summon them. So, I spent 3 years in Technoa. And there, I eventually found a way to summon myself to the council chamber.
That's quite impressive.
It was expensive. But by then I was convinced that this council were powerful beyond what we knew. Upon my arrival, there were 6. But they weren't there when I arrived. I snuck out, made myself hidden, and I kept myself hidden. While I listened, I planted sending stones. I found a way to spy on their conversations, and I did just that. And I listened to their plans. They aimed to destroy this world, for it leaks and threatens the others. Our world is weak at the seams. The magic we wield is not natural, and it will not last us long. And it will tear this world apart. Every spell brings this plane closer to destroying itself. So, I set about finding ways to have them killed. Over the last decade, I've managed to kill 2. Or at least engineer an unbreakable circumstance. I could never hope to face them alone, but I forced them to break their own rules. All the while, my city began to fall to ruin. It was all I could do. I had something greater than one city. There's a sacrifice that must be made, but in the end, I realized, even with the resources of Ovlock at my disposal, I would not be as powerful as I needed. And I was costing people their lives. Half a decade ago, I gave up the city to the man who now controls it. He was a noble, sworn to secrecy. He is now Caliban. And he has done a far greater job with Ovlock than I ever would. I hold no resentment there. But
Out
it has
of
set me back a
curiosity,
little. Do I?
are you still listening in on the council chamber?
No. Such magics only work for a short time and only while you're on their plane of existence.
Right.
I listened to a few conversations. Maybe for a few hours. But they don't hold meetings anymore.
Well, no. There's not many of them left.
They haven't done for a long time. One, I've been told, ended in the deaths of 2 more. I must commend you. You've done me a great service. In but a day you did what took me 10 years.
Just because we're better than you, don't need to get upset about it.
I'm not upset, only grateful that someone's been able to aid in saving this world.
And then
Unfortunately,
destroying
Pandal.
all the others.
Just don't mistake the outcome of that meeting for what our actual intentions were.
You accuse me of attempting to destroy the other worlds. But I look after
Because
my
you
own.
are.
No. I'm saving this one.
You don't think this one destroying the others isn't gonna fuck up the entirety of all plane.
Marlie.
I think there are other ways.
I think
To
he's
stop
just
it.
got a point.
Exactly.
I think that you can't see any other solution than kill the problem.
Are you not
I
here?
haven't heard you do anything other than destroy.
Then you weren't listening.
I was. That's all the only thing you've done, you know?
Marlie.
Guy
Are
shows
you
up
not
with weird
here
magic,
in
I
an
execute
attempt
him.
to stop this world from ending? Are you not at this very moment waiting on a ritual that will enable you to stop the one thing that is going to cause a solution?
I think we should try evacuation.
Then I must ask, why is it that you are here with this group that is not attempting evacuation? They are attempting to stop the end of the world.
I'm just gonna lean into the force gauge and like half whisper. She's not the brightest bulb.
Everything you say, Mathias, I'm remembering.
Good.
She is perhaps the more perceptive one, though.
She's got a good eye. Gotta give her that.
I'm here because this is where all the competent people tend to end up with this group of people for some. And I'm here because Notchix told me to help them. And Notchix is one of the only people I've met on my travel that actually seemed good.
Well, it's always a shame when you're lied to, isn't it?
It's I don't understand how you're expecting me to believe you. All you've
I
done
don't.
the moment I've met you is patronize me, patronize all of us, and explain to us how every single situation that appears at your doorstep, you just kill whatever the person is that caused it, and then you move on with your life. That's the only strategy you have. Have you thought about talking?
Right, Marlie. If what he says is true and the council is actively trying to end this plane, I'm not gonna blame him for trying to kill them.
He said that he
All
heard
we've
them
done-
consider that in a meeting. He has no proof.
I would,
Apart from the fact that we talked to the council and they were like, yeah, well, the plane ending isn't that bad.
Notchix wasn't.
I would say
Notchix
that
wasn't. You know where Notchix is now, Marlie? She's fucking dead, like my wife. Like this fucker put her in the ground. This fucker was gonna put Notchix in the ground.
for the
Had
love
fucking laws
of-
of the universe not got there first.
For the love
Right.
of the heavens, can you all shut up?
I would remind
Excuse me,
you,
Mathias.
Marley, that the only thing you've done since we've met is threaten my life. So do not attempt to take a moral high ground about murdering people. It is the only thing that I have heard from your mouth is that you wish to kill me, and I've never met you before. I at least was given a choice, and a solution presented itself. In the case of a
You have a
murderer,
point.
I had him executed. In the case of public humiliation in front of every single one of my peers, I did the only option I was given.
No, you didn't.
I'm afraid you know
Executing
nothing
the playwright?
of politics, then.
Executing a playwright isn't going to stop the play from
Being publicly mocked by my people. Amidst my city falling to ruin because I have a mission I cannot tell them about. Yes. It was the only option I was given, I'm afraid. You don't believe me, but
No, because
I
you're
doubt
wrong.
you will. Well,
But you know, you do have a point. I have just been threatening to kill you. That is true. I apologize. I've been a little on edge, as a reason. So I suggest that we let you go out of this fucking force cage and you leave us alone. If I ever see you again or hear you talk again, and if you do anything that bothers me in even the slightest little way, I will just take your advice and kill the problem. How's that?
again with the death threats. My dear, I have not once expressed that my wish is to kill. It is the only choice I have been presented with in every single situation.
No, that is not true. You're such a fucking wanker.
Then
You're
what would
pretentious
you-
fuck.
then what would you have me do? When a man truly admits to his ruler that he is a murderer, that he has killed people for his own gain, what would you have me do? Would you have me break the laws of my land set in place by my forefathers' forefathers to let him live? When he wields the knowledge and the power of an ancient artifact, God only knows what it can do. Would you have me let live the very people attempting to destroy the plane that we call home? What would you have me do?
I would have you let live the playwrights that live in your city, not making any other fucking issues. You know what? We're not getting anywhere.
Marlie, you're saying the same thing over and over again. Dick McFuck, you're saying the same thing over and over again. No one is getting anywhere. No one is convincing either side of anything. I have a burning hatred for you. Marlie has a burning hatred for you. I said, on my word, that you would leave that force cage after you answered our fucking questions, and I would let you live today. Are we all in agreement that that is what I said? Any response to that would be good. That's good, because that is the words that I used. So, you want to kill the council. The two remaining members, I find, personally, kind of dickheads. I, personally, quite attached to the plane. So how about you leave today, you go stop them from actively destroying the plane. We go deal with the last god, stop him from eating the plane. We figure out how to stop magic leaking to the other planes. Separately. Because if anything you're saying is true, then I would sort of be even more of a hypocrite than I generally am if I were to run up and fucking kneecap you with a rapier, as much as my insane temptation is to do so. I'm going to get an earful from a half-orc in however long this takes. If I don't, I'm aware of that. But she's also an understanding woman, so I think I can get away with not condemning possibly the entire plane. Does anyone have any objections to, as Caliban Dick McFuck suggested, us going our separate ways for now?
Nope.
Good, because this is taking a lot of willpower to not demand that we all do everything in our power to murder the Dick McFuck out of Dick McFuck here. So we're all good. We're all in agreement.
As I've said before, Pandal, I wish you no ill will.
I think you should stop talking.
I don't
now.
care what you. Yeah, I'm done with Marlie. Though you should just not do that with your words that your mouth does. It hurts my soul.
I had no intention to kill you or your wife.
I just stopped my soul splitting in half. Okay, we're dropping the force cage. I'm going to drop the force cage.
Okay, you drop the force cage.
You're going that way. You're walking visible that way. I'm pointing the direction we came from. Walking with your feet that way. Right. I'm going to watch you leave to prove to myself that I can do it and not try and murder you. This is a moment for me. Let me have this moment.
He begins to just wander off in that direction. And unless anyone tries to stop him, he will just leave.
Nope.
Okay. As he walks down the side of the pyramid, we're going to go take a break. Back in a little bit for the actual ritual.
I'll be right back.
Next part.